Today at Audio City USA, we're diving into our crash course series on offset. If you've ever wanted to know what that is or how that affects your vehicle, stay tuned because we're going to dive into it right now. Now, before we get started, be sure to like and subscribe to Audio City USA's YouTube channel. We bring out videos like this every week. Today, we're going to be talking about offset. Now, Anthony, simply put, what is offset?
Offset is going to determine where your wheel's going to sit. So whether if it's going to sit inside the fender like a factory wheel, this is the fender, the wheel sits under the fender, right? If you want a little bit more aggressive, you want an offset a little bit lower, so you push it out more.
So lower offset means further into the vehicle or out of the vehicle?
So the higher the number, the more the wheel's going to tuck in, right? Positive number is going to sit inside the fender well. The more you get closer to zero, because that's the zero is the middle line. Is the middle line of the wheel. The lower the number you're going to, closer to zero, the more you're pushing the wheel out. And then once you go negative, you're pushing the wheel even further.
So that's when wheel poke you have.
Correct.
Right?
That's like when you're getting the wheel to stick out more. All the off-road trucks you sticking out, those trucks are all negative offsets. I would say 90% of all the off-road setups are 0 to negative offset. And some of the reasons why we do that, because lifted trucks, spindles right here, and if your offset is too high, the wheel will hit on the inside spindle.
Oh, so it'll actually mess with the mechanisms in the wheel arch. So you need to push it out to avoid that.
You gotta go a little lower so it doesn't hit the spindle. So the offset has to be more lower or negative to clear that spindle there. Okay.
And is there any benefits for, say, a road car to run negative or positive offset?
A lot of the time it's gonna be more aesthetics. Okay. Realistically, it's more aesthetics on how you want it to look, more flush fitment, or if you want it to tuck, if like in a bad car, you want it to sit inside the fender well, because then if it's sticking out, you'll be rubbing.
Okay, so that's why you'd want to run positive offset. That makes perfect sense. Are there any pros or cons to doing it? Are there any negative side effects maybe?
Yeah, so a lot of times when you go too low of an offset, like on, let's say a BMW, right? If your offset's too aggressive with the tire being too big, you're gonna rub. Their turning radius is less, and also the movement of the suspension when driving, the wheel sticking out too far, you're going to hit.
That's often why you see people rolling their wheel arches to get that extra clearance, right?
That's 100%, yes.
Yeah. We don't recommend doing that. Get it done professionally. Don't go and do it in your driveway. I know there's tons of videos, but that's a great way to get wheel well rot, because you're going to get snow, rust, and it's just terrible. But that's why you see people doing it, because their offset is too negative and it's trying to poke out, and so it's then rubbing against the wheel arch.
Most of the time, like if you want an aggressive fitment, you're gonna have to do some sort of modification to the vehicle.
And how can you achieve a positive or negative offset? Is it all about the wheel choice, or do spacers play a role in that?
Yeah, so it varies. So depending on which wheel you choose and which wheel you want to go with, right? We can mess with the offset because they come blank. If your wheel is like a factory wheel, right, and you want to just push it out, then you use a spacer. And it also depends on the car. You can't go too thick of a spacer, because if it's a bolt, you can use a 15 millimeter. If it's a stud, the thickest you can go with the ET lug is a 5 millimeter. And
if you guys want to learn about bolts and studs and other ways of fixing your wheel to your car, we have a video on that. Check it out in the description. That will be a full in-depth look at those things. And so you can actually achieve offset with either a deeper wheel, something that has, a deeper concavity. You can also achieve it with the spacers. Is that correct?
Correct. So it's literally a factory wheel. We get a lot of customers actually like a stock G80 who wants to kick them out more. We just do a 15 millimeter spacer, longer bolts, and the fitment just looks a lot more aggressive. It looks better aesthetically.
Absolutely.
In reality, there is no performance gain on that. It's just aesthetics and looks better. In my opinion, I like it aggressive. I want it right on dead on the fender well.
Absolutely. I think that's where it looks best too. Especially if you have the clearance and it'll turn just fine, then I don't see why not.
I love it. And that's what offset is. Offset is where it's going to determine where the wheel's going to sit. When you call us, we'll help you determine that offset. We'll get the number down. We'll get it for you.
Absolutely, guys. Here at Audio City USA, we have over 30 years of experience with this stuff. Anthony alone has, what, 15 years?
Going 16 now.
16 years of experience. So talk to us, guys. We're here to help you. We're all based here in the States. You're talking to a real person who can actually help you with your fitment.
Yeah, and we're actually car enthusiasts. We're not just some people from a different country or something like that, call center. We're actually car enthusiasts, people that love cars, love to do this every day. We're here to help you guys out. If you need questions on C10s, old school stuff, even modern cars, exotics, I mean, we've done them all.
The three key takeaways with offset is, 1, offset is determined by how much a wheel sticks out or into the wheel arch and the fender. 2, offset can be achieved either with spacers or with a thicker wheel. And 3, offset can sometimes require cutting on off-road vehicles or fender rolling in order to make clearance for the tone. Those are the three key takeaways with offset. and it's entirely determined by your aesthetics. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned. And if you want help with your vehicle fitment, you know where to go. AudioCityUSA is your one-stop shop. So visit us at our website, AudioCityUSA.com, or give us a call on the number below. Anyway, I'm Andy.
I'm Anthony.
And we'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.